Start off with a prayer. It's a morning prayer. Your word, our Lord, is a lamp to my feet and a light for my path. Dear Jesus, keep me safely in your loving arms. Bless me with your peace that passes all understandings. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Okay, item number 1, the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute the minutes for the meeting of March 8th, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
On April 1st, I concurred with the Bainbridge Township trustees in not requesting a hearing on the liquor license being requested by the Ville LLC DBA doing business as Greenville Inn and Patio located at 7150 Pine Street, side ground level, Chagrin Falls, Ohio. And for Water Resources, approved the promotion of Sean Maruna to the position of maintenance foreman at the rate of $24.55 per hour to be effective April 3rd, 2022, with a 30-day determination period followed by a 90-day probationary period in accordance with the union contract.
Thank you. Morning, Adrian.
Good morning. Okay, today's financials include an appropriations transfer to the sheriff for miscellaneous refunds, reimbursements, and web checks that were deposited into the general fund. Among the encumbrances are a travel from Common Pleas Court to attend the 2022 American Probation and Parole Association Annual Training Institute, and from Water Resources to Valley Ford Truck for a model year 2022 Ford F-250 4x4 regular cab pickup truck with an 8-foot bed. And among the vouchers are $24,000 from ADP to Company 119 Limited for renewal of their web hosting services, $37,724.50 from the Commissioners to the Geauga County Airport Authority to pay for pay request number 8 for the T-Hanger project and loan, and $28,919 from Water Resources to Valley Ford Truck for a 2021 model year Ford Ranger 4x4 Super Cab truck, which had actually been ordered all the way back in July of 2021. And a revenue certification from Water Resources in their sewer operating fund for additional revenues to be received in 2022 in the amount of $16,840.68.
Okay.
Thank you.
Make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning, Shane.
Shane.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. Just one item today. Item number 4, the County Engineer's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute a memorandum of understanding between Village of South Russell and the Geauga County Board of Commissioners for the improvements of Washington Street in Bainbridge Township and South Russell Village.
Okay.
It's been reviewed by our prosecuting attorney, and the village has already signed the document. Just here for the commissioners to review, if so moved. Approved.
Very good. I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Is there any OPWC money in this project?
No, this is a federally funded project. This is funded through NOACA.
Okay. I vote yes.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This we can, Adrian's gonna do those.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good.
Okay. The Planning Commission, at the March 8th meeting, a replat was approved in Burton Township. It's at the end of Broadwood Drive, the last lot in that, off of that street. The property owner, Windsor Road LLC, owns a 0.081 acre piece of property that the Snyders are purchasing, and it's going to be consolidated together. So 0.081 acres is going to be sold from Windsor Road LLC, and I kind of have it highlighted here, a small area in blue. And then the pink is the consolidated parcel, 1.687 acres. And it was approved at the March 25th, the March 8th planning commission.
Great. Okay. So move.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Long time no see.
For sure.
Good.
Gina, you can go ahead and start.
CDBG time.
Yes.
So item number 6 on the agenda today is the Department of Development, Community and Economic is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the Ohio Department of Development certification of determination of subsequent exemption for a categorical exclusion project for grant BF 21-1AZ-1 for women's safe parking lot, DDC clinic generator, and Camp Homina Coda improvements. And a certification of exempt project for grant BF 21-1AZ for the Geauga County Department on Aging.
Okay. The DVC clinic, I know this is for the generator, but we did their driveway and parking lot over the last few projects. Right?
That was the
Is
last
that
grant
done?
period. It is.
Okay.
Certainly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good.
That actually.
And so this is
It's closed out.
this is a new project that they're working on.
Yeah, so this is our actual working year now, so this is PY 21. So
Very good.
hope to have completion by the end of the year for
And it's
most of these.
2-year cycle, so the end of
Correct.
the 2 years is this December 31st.
No, it actually will go into next year.
Oh, all of next year?
Mhm.
Okay.
Because then about this time next year, we'll take applications for the next grant period.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
All right,
So-
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
And again, item 7 is the Department of Development, Community and Economic is requesting the board approve the submission of the Ohio Department of Development, Office of Community Development, request for release of funds. And this is in conjunction, obviously, moving forward after our environmental studies have been done, completed.
Excellent. Okay, I'll make that motion.
Second?
So,
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that one's just you, or no? Yeah.
Yeah, you put on time about it.
Okay. So item number 8 is just housekeeping. Again, our department is requesting the board approve and execute the satisfaction and release of mortgage for Rickman Properties LLC as a revolving loan fund for the purchase of land and building in the amount of $200,000 has been satisfied.
Motion, please.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
All right.
Good ditty.
Appreciate it.
So the next two, the current director of development, community economic development, has submitted his resignation effective April 15th. So number 9 is to accept that resignation, and number 10 is then to advertise for his position internally for 5 days, and if no acceptable applications come in, then externally.
Okay. All right, I'll make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes. Good morning.
So that's we made a motion on 9 and 10?
Yes.
Yeah.
11 and 12 is basically revamping my org chart to get a technology maintenance person for the boilers and air conditionings and everything.
Wait,
And we're just adding one more.
It's the current position on the list, he just wants to increase the number of positions.
Okay. Okay, I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
And then number 12 is to advertise that position.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes. Thank you, Glenn.
Right, have a good day.
Yep. Morning, Kathleen.
Good morning. Okay. Item 13 and 14 are related. We have a vendor that we use for some welding. They've been known as BAMF. They're under contract. They changed their name. So 13 is just basically recognizing the name change on their sewer contract. That's a 3-year period from 2021 to 2023. And then 14 is recognizing the name change on their water district contract. That's just for this year.
Okay. With the name change, do they have all the insurance and workers'
Yeah.
comp and
Yep.
bonded and everything?
Yeah, everything was, yeah.
Very good. Okay, so moved.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
And 14.
Yeah.
13 and 14
Yes.
together, okay.
15 is just looking to get the service contract with Mark Young General Contracting to do a variety of construction and maintenance needs. We usually use them for a crane. And the contract is for $30,000 for this current year.
Okay. So move?
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
16 is to approve and execute the contract for lawn maintenance. This is for the people that mow around the wastewater treatment plants and lift stations. Our lowest, we went out for about 5 different quotes, and the lowest one was with US Lawns, and it's for $48,000.
Okay, and that's, how many locations is that? Roughly?
What is it? 13, there's like 13
Yeah, it's
and
about-
11. It's split up with north and south locations.
There's 2 different south, but it's all the wastewater plants, so other than McFarland.
Okay.
So it's 27.
27.
Wastewater plants.
Okay.
And a couple of, it does include a couple of smaller pump station areas where we own the property.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll make the motion.
Second?
Yes.
Commissioner Lennon? Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Okay, and then 17 is related to a refinancing of a USDA loan. It's a USDA revenue bond loan number 92-11, and this is, we're requesting the board to approve and execute resolution number 22-041, authorizing James W. Dvorak, the president, to apply for, accept, and enter into the cooperative agreement between the Board of Commissioners and OWDA for the refinancing loan.
Okay, so move.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
And this is the application itself. That's the resolution on that.
Okay. Okay, the next item is the Commissioner's Office requesting the reappointment of Mike Petrozulo to the Jogga Metropolitan Housing Authority Board for a 5-year term beginning April 6th. And at this point, we don't have a full board at this meeting, and I'd like to take applications for a couple months like we did the Planning Commission, because there's a lot of great people in Jogga County, and I just think it's the right thing to do. So we'll table this.
Okay, that's fine.
18 is tabled.
Gary has the addition.
There's one addition. We received a notice from the probate court of a status hearing request in a couple of cases that had to do with the assessment process. I'm requesting the board approve the prosecutor's office to submit a petition for a writ of prohibition against the probate court's status hearing in those 2 cases to go to the Supreme Court for that. Because the appeals court, when they made their decision, they did not remand it back to the probate court, so it's out of the probate court's purview to be doing anything further with that case.
Okay. So,
So this would be for the prosecutors to submit that petition to the Supreme Court.
okay. All right, I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, what time,
yes.
what time's that,
We
sorry?
had it set up for 10:30 because we weren't sure what.
Yeah, that's good.
it was gonna go to,
Right.
so.
So, yeah, Tim and I have a meeting at 10:30, one of us, and the other one at 11 o'clock. So we'll open this up to public comment, and we'd like to, not reiterate some of the things we've gone over and over and over. So, update from me and what I've been doing, I've been communicating with Dave Joyce to help with the expenses for the sewer plant in Chardon Township. I'm working with his policy team, and I know that they gave, I think Dave Joyce got $92 or $93 million for his area, the 14th district. And $3.5 million went to the Chagrin water plant, or sewer plant, and then we got $800,000 for the McFarland plant. So, I'm asking them to shake out some kind of money to help with the assessments for the people at this Chardon new sewer plant, which is 99% complete. And so. you wanna add to
Well,
it?
just a
Diane?
couple quick notes. Towards the end of last week, I was invited to meet with the state auditor on a couple different matters, but I did bring up ARPA funding and also specifically this project in Chardon Township, and kind of explained some of the concerns that I had and some of the issues we were bumping up against. He informed me that we do have the availability to run our applications through the state auditor's office for review. So I know we're waiting, and I think we will hopefully be getting an answer from our prosecutor's office here shortly on his opinion. But you know, not just with this project, but future applications, we have that resource where we can get, because there's a lot of different varying opinions, but I think if we, you know, I don't know if they'll give you a stamp of approval per se, but they will give you some guidelines and opinions on if it's applicable or not. Also, I was contacted by Representative Diane Grandel's office. She had made a budget request for, I believe, $3.5 million in her budget. It was her number one request. I don't know what the process is or how fast that goes through, or when we would get a answer on that. But I would like to have a letter drafted up by this office in support of her request. So if we could do that, I think it needs to, I believe their request had to be in last Friday, which I think they got in. But I would like to have a letter sent from the Geauga County Commissioners in support of that.
Is that a motion, Tim?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
And then other than that, no updates from the prosecutor's office yet, but I would think we would be hearing something here pretty shortly, I'm imagining.
I would expect to get an answer this week sometime.
Yeah.
Any updates for Butcher?
I don't, nothing more than what you guys already talked about.
And then also, well, you brought up Dave Joyce's office,
Yes.
right? And I know Jim Lodato, I don't know, I don't see him here
He's
today.
right there.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, you had talked, or potentially you were gonna have a meeting with them also?
Yeah, yes. And
Yeah.
I'd like to make a couple comments. Just to acknowledge, first of all, thank you, Jerry, for corresponding in your letter to me. I didn't necessarily feel satisfied, but nevertheless, I appreciate the correspondence, and I appreciate your correspondence also, Mr. Lennon and Mr. Dwork, your efforts as well. So I did reach out to Congressman Joyce's office and received a call back yesterday from a gentleman named, I believe his last name's Cooper. I believe his first name's Chris. And he was careful not to commit to anything that we were talking about, but I did display our case, meaning that it was a public issue and there should be funding available, so on and so forth, like we all talked about. And he said that he would go ahead and look through and see if there's any other opportunities. And he's supposed to call me back this week. So I did appreciate that. He did call me back. We said we had an appointment last Thursday. He called me yesterday. So we had some dialogue, and that's really what it's all about. It's about communication and doing the best we can in order to help offset this burden. It's just, if anything, if we can't get any help, if whatever that case is, there has to be a better way going forward. There just has to be. And I just feel like that if we accomplish anything, we could be able to do something going forward. But I still have a lot of hope in you guys. I think you're doing everything you can right now. I don't know what your communication was with, did you speak to Congressman Joyce directly?
No, his policy team.
His policy team, okay. And so did you request a dollar amount, or you just?
I request for all of them, 3.1 million.
You did, excellent, thank you.
I just compared that for conversation. If Sugar and Falls could get it, why can't we?
Yes, okay, that was our argument. That was our argument as well. So, we'll update next week, right, and hopefully get something from the prosecutor's office. Can you clarify for me, though, what you just said, though, Jerry, with regard to Judge Grindell asked for a status update?
Yeah, when the hearing on the status update.
So he wants a hearing on the status update. Who's invited to that?
It would be I'm not sure who all was invited to it, but we received the notice from the court, to the commissioner's office.
And then, so what does that mean? Does that mean you have to go and he wants to know what's going on?
That's basically, he wants an update on the case.
Okay. And then what did you reply that?
We're going, because legally, he is out of the case once the appeals court reviewed it, so we're gonna submit a petition to the Supreme Court to not have that hearing.
So you're opposed to it?
Yes, for legal purposes.
Okay. So,
And that was on recommendation from our legal, our prosecutor's office. Not opposed to, we're having a status update right now, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I think we got this in, I think it was late Friday.
It was late Friday this week.
And I believe, from my, don't hold me to this, but my interpretation was that our prosecutor's office is saying that the probate court is no longer involved in this case once it went to the Supreme Court, that he has no jurisdiction or authority to have that status hearing. So I think it's more of a technicality than it is a not wanting to discuss.
So you're saying he can't open up the case again?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, once it's been through the courts and he is no longer a party to the case. That's my.
Yeah.
That's my.
And that's supposed to be this Friday, or when is that?
It was April. It was scheduled for April 26th.
April 26th?
Yes.
And only specific people were addressed in that?
My assumption would be that that the hearing notice only went to the commissioners and to the individuals who filed the cases.
Oh, filed a lawsuit?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
He has the ability to invite anybody he wants to.
I understand he probably doesn't want a house full of us there. All right. So you did talk about the state, county, and federal stuff. So then I guess we'll just follow up next week.
Yes,
Yep.
and hopefully we'll have some more answers for you and tell you what else we're doing, our efforts, and we'll just keep moving forward.
All right. I also have a call into the state EPA, Katie Courtright. I have not received a call back yet. So,
Were you able to get any more information on anything through the health department?
We still put some feelers out, and we contacted via email. I put some stuff out there to see if we could help with anything. I've got Dan Lark, the interim EH director right now, seeing if he can find anybody through the EPA, the state, or the feds, to see if there's any money for anything, or if we can get more, we call it WPCLF money, because some of that can be used for tie-ins.
I was wondering about the tie-ins, and then also,
Yeah.
and I've had the prosecutor look into exploring setting up some type of grants for the tie-ins. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not, but I'm looking into that. Also, if there's funds to get rid of the old systems.
Yeah, we were. I was talking to Mr. Lark about. He has 16 plus years experience doing this, and Jerry's got a ton too. And what can we do to waive fees? What can we do to waive other things to assist the community and partner with the commissioners on that? So we are putting a lot together, and I'd love to. One of my comments today was just if we can set up a time, maybe Jerry, you and I, and Dan, to go over some stuff that we can help out with, and partner with the commissioners and the health department to make it easier for the community.
Okay. So that's a big deal. So, I mean, the tie-in, the waiver of the fee, and then the interest rate on the note is, I understand it's interest, but I mean, that's something I feel like you can absorb, I think. That's my personal opinion. And if you can get $3.1 million, then we'll all have a party.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll be at your house.
Yeah, come on over. Come on, we'll crush the tanks. It'd be great.
Crush the Tanks party.
If you get $3.1 million, you can crush whatever you want.
That's when it got weird, officer.
Yeah, you didn't hear that from me. But honestly, I still want to thank you for hearing us.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to thank you for hearing us and acting on it. And then we'll work together next week.
All right.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks
Jim.
for coming in.
Yeah, Mike Valco, Brookshire Heights resident. Two quick questions. Has there been any more interest from anybody on these ARPA funds? I mean, I asked this last week, but do you know if anything happened in this past week that anybody showed any interest in receiving them?
We have not received any.
No more interest.
In the last week, no.
Okay. And I wanted to verify that the resolution deadline was April the 19th. I think that was posted on the water website.
It was in the resolution, and I
folder
don't
on my
remember
desk.
Mm-hmm.
what that date was, but I can get to that.
Okay, and that's a Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah. The 19th doesn't sound correct, but
No, I think it's later
I
than
want to say,
that.
yeah.
It was 30 days from 2 weeks ago.
For some reason, I was thinking it was like the 28th or 25th, somewhere in that range.
I want to say it was the 28th.
It was 28.
I think it's the 28th.
28th? Yeah, it was set for the 28th.
So if the April 19th is a Tuesday, the resolution could still be rescinded on that date? That was the deadline?
Yeah, the resolution could be, no, the 28th,
Whatever date that was.
the 28th was the date, so
The 28th.
it could be rescinded up until that date.
Okay, but the website was in error then. Okay, thank you.
Okay. In the back?
Yeah.
Name, please?
Linda Carey. What's happening, didn't the county get $9 million and we get $9 million more?
You're correct, that's the ARPA funds.
Right, and how come that's not being considered for our wastewater?
Well, we just answered that question, we're still trying to get answers about what we can spend the money on, and if it's legal and so on and so forth. So, by the end of this week, we should have something in writing from the county prosecutor.
It states in the, on the National County's website that states must give priority to projects that, for compliance with applicable health and environment safety requirements, excuse me, address the most serious risk to human health concerns. I mean, this is supposed to be a priority, our sewer systems. So I don't understand why.
Because there are additional rules within that the Treasury Department has put out that have to be followed in order to be able to use as for
Such
certain
as what?
projects. Well, one is time frame.
The time frame in here says as long as it was within 2020, and you guys didn't break ground till.
The time frame was starting March 2nd, 2021.
March 3rd.
And beyond, March 3rd, 2021 and beyond. So it wasn't anything prior to March 3rd, 2021 would not be permitted under those rules.
Are you saying that's when you broke ground, you mean?
No, that's the rules in the Treasury, that the project the funding had to have been encumbered after March 3rd, 2021. So
Not in
when
the
we
final
took our
rule,
loan-
it doesn't. It says that it can be, where is it? Final rule for economic harms experienced during 2020. Assistance to household business. It says it can be, I don't have it yet, but it says it states it can go back to 2020.
Yes. Well, that's why we're having the prosecutor look at it.
Due to us having meetings here around the corner, we have to drive to them. I make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor?